Stanley Clifford Wayman was known as a pleasant fellow, a smooth talker with an ability to influence people. Good old Stan is how he is remembered by most of those who knew him. Good old Stan, alias Stephen Weinberg, posed, among other things, as the U.S. consul in Morocco, Peruvian ambassador to the United States, Romanian consul general in New York, Serbian military attaché in Washington, and a State Department protocol expert. In 1948, he was released from prison after serving a 7-year sentence for organizing schemes for dodging the U.S. Armed Forces draft. Pretending to be a former journalist, he got a job as a news agency reporter at the United Nations in New York. Every day he broadcast reports on the United Nations for a small radio station, and once a week brought international celebrities to the microphone. He told members of the Thai delegation that he worked with the U.S. Office of Strategic Services in their country during the war, though in fact he spent most of the war in jail. The Thais were impressed and asked him to become their press officer, a post carrying diplomatic status. After years of diplomatic self-appointment, it seemed a dream come true for Weinberg. He wrote to the U.S. State Department in 1951 asking if his American citizenship would be affected if he took the post. That led to his undoing. The department checked on his past, and his whole list of deceptions was revealed. Weinberg could not take the diplomatic job, and to add to his misery, the news agency fired him. Good old Stan's one attempt to play it straight had led him to disaster. Well, that very interesting story reminds me of a very simple statement that was made in the Bible as Moses and the 2.5 tribes that wanted to stay on the east side of the Jordan conferred about that possibility. And they had determined that these men should stay, but they were to send their men, their army, across the river and to help clear out the Canaanites from the rest of the promised land. And if they didn't, then there were to be consequences that were to come. And in the course of that conversation, Moses said, "But if ye will not do so, behold, ye have sinned against the Lord, and be sure your sin will find you out." That was a statement of an eternal principle. Be sure your sin will find you out. You know, it has been said of Abraham Lincoln that he made this statement: you can fool all the people some of the time and some of the people all of the time. But I like to add to it and say you can't fool God any of the time. And so it is that sooner or later our sin will find us out. If it does not find us out in this life, it will find us out when we stand before the judgment. But one thing is for sure, the principle is eternal, it stands true, it will not change. Be sure your sin will find you out. But thank God there is a way. There is a way that we can be right with God. And that, of course, is by a personal faith relationship with the Lord Jesus Christ. And we'd be glad to have you to call us and let us talk with you and show you how that can be yours. You've been listening to Take 5. Take 5 is brought to you Monday through Saturday at approximately the same time by the Independent Baptist Church of Tooele. We invite you also to join us each Sunday morning for Bible Light, our half-hour program of Bible teaching and gospel music. This is Cordell Baker speaking.